5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. A shotgun snap for Watson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Dobbins, touchdown, Baltimore. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Watson. He hits Stewart in the flat, and he goes out right around the 39.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Watson. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, it's Watson. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Watson's throw completely to Waller. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Watson looks to throw again. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Faking the give. Now Watson. That's complete over the middle to Stewart. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll make it a 2nd down. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Watson. And that one incomplete as it breaks a string of 8 straight pass completions. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. A dump off here to Stewart. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's Jackson. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's 1st and 10 from the 11. They give to Stewart out of the gun. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson off play action. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Watson on 3rd down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now Stewart on first down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the pistol, Stewart. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, it's Stewart. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Carlson is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Oh, fighting through, and he's got space. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. On 2nd and 9, Watson. That's complete to his tight end, Waller.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40. Watson now to throw. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, Watson. That's taken in by Stewart. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game.
Raiders 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd down and 3.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the 2nd half of this AFC divisional round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying...
He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 75 yards. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
For all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Watson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Touchdown Raiders. Calvin Ridley, 70 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. Carlson now to add the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game.
Ravens 28,
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there for the Raiders. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the Ravens' 21-yard line.
This is Stewart again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To throw is Watson. He hits Stewart in the flat. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll make it 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to the ground now with Stewart. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Here's Watson. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is down to 4.
Makes the score. Ravens 31. Raiders 27.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Jackson on first down.
Now there's a quick throw caught by Andrews.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. But Charles, looked like that had to be a mix-up there defensively.
You always question that type of confusion. They actually lost him in the middle of the field, gave him all sorts of room to run, and he took big-time advantage of it. That's an error you just can't make on the defensive side of the ball.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And he's brought down.
147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Lamar Jackson. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Ravens are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Watson to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here's Watson.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. Dobbins hit and he fumbles.
And the Raiders have recovered. Well, you know, in this situation, they're making the adjustment to be more aggressive. You got to wrap that football up.
Yeah, it always amazes me that people don't understand that well, because you're going to come in as a defense. The first guy makes the tackle, you try and stand up the ball carrier, and here come the rest of the guys trying to knock the ball out.
Watson.
A dump off here to Stewart. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Watson.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. And his kick is right there. It's good. And this game is tied. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Ravens are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action with Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 177 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And just shutting him off there. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who could run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll try to run this one in. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And the kick is good. He puts it through, and they are moving on to the AFC Championship game. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?